right, today we're going to go over different components of a discrete trial. So a lot of teachers use discrete trial training when they are working with students who have significant disabilities, and I just wanted to go over some basic components of what a discrete trial is so that you can use it in your classroom. A discrete trial is just basically a presentation of an instruction, a response by a student, and then either a reinforcer as a consequence for the correct response, or a error correction kind of procedure for an incorrect response, or a no kind of consequence. So you have an antecedent, an instruction, a behavior, a student's response, and then a consequence, either a reinforcement for selecting the correct target, or no response, or an error correction procedure as a consequence. Some other components of a discrete trial, right, is our choice pool. Okay, so out here we have a choice pool. And we call that, this one is a pretty organized array in our choice pool. You could also have it pretty messy. When you might want to have a messy array in your choice pool, you can set it up like that. When we think about some other terminology for a discrete trial, one of those choices is a foil, okay, or a choice. Typically, the correct response is called the target stimulus, and all the incorrect ones are called foils. So if we're going to do a discrete trial, I'm going to say my instruction, my antecedent, pick orange. And that was his response. And that is correct, very good, that is orange. And then I deliver my consequence, my praise. Okay? If praise is not an active reinforcer for a student, obviously you're going to want to have some other types of reinforcement available, such as consumables, maybe some food, some popcorn, some cereal, maybe an M&M. Or maybe a token economy. So for every correct response, they get a star or a token on their token economy. So those are different components of a discrete trial. All right, so this kind of discrete trial session is a receptive. So I'm giving an instruction and he is picking from a choice pool. Another type of discrete trial is an expressive. And that would be something like this. What color is this?
Orange.
Orange. And so he gave a verbal response. He had an expressive response. So again, we have an instruction, we have a response from the student, and then we have a consequence. Very good, that is correct. Again, only if praise is a active reinforcer for the student. Some other components of a discrete trial that you might use is a attention response. So before you actually give the target instruction of, what is this, what color is this, you might do an attention response from the student. An attention response could be saying the child saying, "Hi, Liam," and when they turn and orient to you, then you know that you have their attention, and then you give, "What color is this?"
Orange.
Very good. So you have that attention response first, so that you know they're attending to the instruction. And that would be useful if you have a student who is a little bit more active when they are sitting at the table, or you don't always know that you have their attention. Some other things that you can do during a discrete trial is some behavior momentum. So let's say this is the target program that you're wanting to run, colors, and you know that they have some good imitation skills, and so you have them do some quick trials of some imitation before you start the actual target trials. So you might say, do this, do this, do this, pick orange. Very good, that's right, that's orange. And that's how you might use some behavior momentum to gather their attention and make sure that they are going to attend to that target instruction before you actually give the target instruction. So these are just some basic components of what a discrete trial is, so that when you're setting up for your classroom, you have some basic terminology. And as we work through this training, you're going to be able to understand the terms that I'm using and why I'm using them to describe certain situations.